Hey, what is going on? What is going on? What is going on, everybody? Ali Vidawi here with you on a brand new installment of Yup Daily. And I'm super excited, happy, grateful, absolutely energized because I happen to be right now as we speak in our home office in Kansas City, in Kansas or in Missouri, because it's like dead center in the middle. It's one of those interesting situations. But here's the thing, I'm super excited to be here with each and every one of you. And we're going to be talking about how to close strong like a boss. We have about 3 days to go in the month of February. And if you're an entrepreneur, you know for a fact that you need these golden nuggets. So first things first, let me know where you are chiming in from. What's going on, Talia? Hello, Orlando, Florida. What's going on, Winnie from Sydney? Super K. Hey, hey, hey. What's going on, Joanne Kimball, the rock star herself? PA is in the house. Jody Bifo, what is going on, my friend? How are you doing? And how's Florida treating you? Donna McKenzie from Canada, and Ned from Florida. Yeah, I know I keep saying Florida. I should just say Florida. What's going on, Sandy from Colorado? We're so happy to have you. Hello, Columbus, Ohio. Hey, Tammy from California. Hey, Kansas City, Missouri. Wanda, what's going on, my friend? I'm right around the corner from you. Hey, Linda, New York is in the house without a doubt. Buffy, what's up? What's up? Hey, Mary from the UK. All right, man. I am super excited. What's going on, Jasmine? Manitoba, California. Awesome stuff. Denver, Denver, Denver. All right, so here's the thing. It is Thursday, and it is definitely money making Thursday. And I'm going to talk to you about how to close your month strong. Now, how many of you would agree with me that, the last 3, 4 days of the month, for some odd reason, end up becoming the best days of the month? I notice it all the time where we start from zero and on to the third week with a certain amount of production in the company. And then the last week, it just kind of doubles and triples. I'm like, what the heck just happened? Now, with that, the mindset shifts a little bit at the end of the last couple of days. And I want to help you. I want to really, really work with you right now for the next 18 minutes to have the ability to finish this month with the goals that you had, with the revenues that you wanted to generate, and carry on momentum to the month of March. So let's talk about closing itself. So first things first, closing is not about putting somebody in the corner, putting a gun in their hand and say buy or else, because that's how the prospect feel. They feel pressure. They feel like you're trying to twist their arm. They feel like you're trying to convince me on buying something that I might not necessarily need. See, for me, it's all about helping that person making an educated business decision, even if that decision is I'm not ready to buy right now. Now, that's crazy to hear, but here's why. See, I've had people that I literally have spoken to months ago that they came back 2, 3 months later and they were ready because we had an educated business decision. That the timing wasn't right then and there, but I made sure that there were some expectations. Hey, well, since you're not ready right now, when do you think you'll be ready? Just give me 2 months. Great. I'm gonna come back to you in 2 months, and I'm gonna make sure that I nudge you about a week before this specific date so we can get the ball rolling. See, when you do that, you're always setting yourself up for future transactions. Now, that's one conversation, but I want to talk to you about a few elements in order to close. The very first one, you need to follow up right here, right now. What do I mean by that? You need to go back to all the conversations that you've had for the whole month, even last month and a month before that, with those who said they weren't ready, they didn't have the money right away, or whatever the case may be. And as you are following up with these different individuals, first things first, you have to be direct. So you can't walk around and dance around. You got to be direct. Hey, so the reason I'm calling you is specifically it is not about, well, so how's the family and how's the cat? And, are you going to work? Like they know there's a reason you're coming to talk to me. And it is not to check on how is the weather in my home state. It is more so those who are direct, who speak directly into the individual, are the ones who get the most results. I can tell you, those who are somewhat even challenging, not challenging in a negative way, but asking the right questions. grabbing the attention of the individual. Hey, so I know we spoke yesterday and we said we should have a virtual coffee first. I'm available right now. Can we jump on real quick for 15 minutes just so I can help you make an educated business decision on what you saw yesterday, even if that decision is no, not right now. By the way, I say that all the time. And the reason I insist on even if that decision is no, not right now, it takes that defensive mechanism away from that prospect who's thinking you just want to bring me here to close me, to sell me stuff, and all of a sudden they hear, hey man, I just want to talk. Even if that decision is no, it allows the person to say, I really want to move forward, I really want to come through, I'm okay with talking to you because you've given me the permission to say no to you. That's one. Number two, in follow up, you want to make sure that there's a sense of urgency. See, when I talk to individuals, I let them know, listen, we're putting an IPO together. We're about to go all over the globe. We're about to finalize our initial price offering and finalize our public initiative as a publicly traded company. And I really don't want you to miss out on what is to come. And I personally, I'm only going to have capacity to work with 5 people in the month of March. And I genuinely want you to be one of those individuals. Not only there's a sense of urgency that it is extremely important that we do this right here and right now, but at the same time, there's real genuine FOMO or fear of missing out. See, I'm okay with creating the fear of missing out concept. I don't like it to be fake and hyped up and lied. There are people who would try to create that FOMO or scarcity mindset just because it's a technique and a strategy. I would much rather for it to be real. So genuinely, God's honest truth. As a human being, I can only work with 5 and 10 people at a time. So right now, I will make sure you understand. Hey, just so you know, we've spoken for the last 30 days, or 20 days, 25 days. For the last 25 days, with just about 30 individuals as potential candidates to collaborate and work together. I only have the capacity to work with 5 people, and I genuinely want you to be one of those 5. Now, that's what I want. I want to know what you want. A direct, urgent, right to the point. Allow the person to reply to you. Allow the person to give you an honest feedback. Allow the person to give you their real challenges, circumstances, fears, whatever it is that may be holding them back. And 99% of the time, the person has already made a decision. They're just waiting for you to validate that decision for them. So it's okay to have fear of missing out. Just make sure that it's real. Number two, in terms of what you need to do to close the month strong, is using tools. See, it doesn't matter how great you are, doesn't matter how amazing of a closer you can be, it won't matter unless, I insist on, unless that individual has validation of the information that you are providing. If I am not um, convinced, if I am not on my terms, not you convincing me, like for myself, if I'm not seeing the validation from the decision that I believe I'm making, I'm most likely not going to do business with you. See, let me explain. How many of you who are in a relationship and told your spouse something and your spouse didn't listen? And all of a sudden, your spouse heard the very same thing you said from a third party, from another person. And then all of a sudden, your spouse like, did you know? Now that happens to me all the time. I don't know about you. I could literally tell my wife so many different things about what we should do, how we should do it, why we should do it. And all of a sudden, Jimmy Zell, mentor and CEO of our company, all of a sudden, he'll say the same thing I said. And she'll turn around like, did you hear that? I'm like, my God, I've been saying that for months. Where is your head at? But what happened is I'm her husband. I am the closest relationship to her. So the comfort of the relationship blinds her decision making. But when she heard it from somebody else, that it was not seen as an intimate relationship or a personal relationship, that person became a sound of reason for her. So again, it really, really, really is important for you to use other tools. Tools such as testimonial videos. Hey, well, listen, I don't want you to hear from me because I'm biased. I would much rather you see this video and you hear from this individual and the result that this individual has had, that gives you the validation necessary to be able to make that decision for themselves. I can tell you all day about how you can lose weight, but I'd rather show you somebody who really had an incredible transformation before and after image, and their story is being told, right? That's going to be more impactful and validation to the actual story itself. So using educational videos, not an hour and a half training video, but just a quick, hey, here's a quick 5-minute video that'll educate you on exactly what we need to do in the next 30 days, what we need to focus on, so on and so forth. Documentations. There are many documents that validate your product, your service, your company, your industry, whatever it may be. Use the documents. There's nothing more powerful than documentation, right? And then last but not least, use other leaders, use other individuals and borrow their stories. In other words, if you are in direct sales network marketing, you're going to have individuals who are going to challenge and question the ability of making money or the ability of making successful money. So you might not be in a position right now to be able to say, I'm making $20,000, $30,000 a month, but you may know of somebody who is, and you use that leader. Hey, let me introduce you to somebody who's making the money you wanted to make, somebody who's living the lifestyle that you and I want to live. That leader is going to educate how they did it, what is required to making it happen, and validating the support system. Hey, I'll support you. I'll walk with you through your own journey, through your own path. So again, using the tools allows validation instead of you want, talking just to talk. Last but not least, asking the right questions. See, I'll give you the worst question you can ask when you're trying to close business. You ready for it? So, what do you think? Oh, no, 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 no. You tell somebody, so what do you think? Oh, they'll tell you what they think. They'll tell you about that company who was taking advantage of people and had a scandal that reminds them of your product. They'll tell you about Uncle Johnny who lives in the basement still with grandma and has one of these things that went wrong for him back in 1992. They'll tell you all the things they think, they will not actually have an educated statement about the company because they just got exposed. They literally just had a short-term exposure. So what makes you think or believe that that individual is going to give you and they may even mess with your belief system if you ask that question. So asking the right questions such as, so what did you like best about the information that you saw? What did you like best? See the direct answer to a question I'm asking. I didn't say, what did you hate? Or what do you think? Or so, are you interested? That's another one. No, I'm not. I just killed the whole conversation. No. So what did you like best? And allow them to tell. I don't care what they say. Oh, I love the compensation plan. It looked really, really good. Man, me too. That's all. Man, me too. See, you're sold out in every component of a company. Absolutely, me too. See, by doing so is affirmation that you and I are on the same frequency. You and I see the same core values. You and I are on the same path to what you want to achieve. Been there and I'm still doing it. Not been there, done that. That stuff is annoying. Been there and I'm still doing it. Okay. The second question that you can ask, or another question, is so what caught your attention the most? Again, what caught your attention the most? By the way, I love asking that question. I could be talking to individuals about multiple verticals of what we offer. And then when I say, so what caught your attention the most? They'll say something like, I love that learning platform and having access to unlimited trainers and coaches. Yeah, me too. Now I'm going to focus on that the whole time because that's what they like the most. That is the selling point for me that I'm going to help you make an educated business decision, such as, dude, imagine you'll never have to pay for another module ever again. And imagine you can be a trainer and a coach to many other individuals. And we do all the digital tools and the digital editing, and we don't charge you for it. How incredible would that be on an ongoing basis? Yeah, that would be awesome. Brother, sounds to me like you're ready to go. Let's sign you up. Direct, right to the point. And if the individual would say, no, 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 I'm not ready to sign up just yet. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I assumed. Well, what do we have to do to get you signed up today? That's the next question. What do we have to do to get you signed up today? You'll hear things like, Well, I don't have the money right now. Okay, well, what can we do to get you involved? Is there something that we can help you to make some money with right now and today? Or is there a way that you can get involved at a much lower level, at a different entry level? What can we do to get you involved today? Zip it. Allow the individual to tell you exactly, you know what I can do? I think we can do this and we can do this, and they'll tell you exactly. See, human beings, when they feel, when you and I feel like someone cares about us and they're truly, genuinely sitting on our side of the table and trying to find solutions with us, we both become creative. We automatically start collaborating. We're both looking for solutions. I didn't say, well, come on, put it on a credit card. No, 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 no. Hey, so what can we do today to get you started? And wait, let them tell you. I'm telling you, like I'm telling you. It works like a charm where the individual, the prospect himself or herself, starts suggesting solutions to get started. So, what did we learn? As a recap, the very first thing is when it comes to closing, you have to focus on following up, not new prospecting. You're in the last 3 days of the month. Follow up. You've done enough prospecting, you've done enough exposures, or hopefully you have. Number two, using tools that are available to you within the company, within your support team. Number three, asking the right questions. Asking the right questions is going to give you the right answers. And I will follow up or finalize it with this. See, when it comes to closing business, or specifically in the last 3 days, this is where the clutch champions show up. This is where your mindset has to be extremely strong. This is where your mindset has to tell itself, your body, soul, and spirit, I got this. This is where your mindset says, oh, I'm not relaxing until I get my goals done. This is where your mindset has to be so strong and inoculate yourself from the negativities and the limited beliefs. This is where your mindset has to be surrounded by positive individuals, by people who are going to support you and push you. You need accountability and removing your ego, because I have an ego. Everybody, all human beings, we all have some type of ego. We all have this kind of like chip on our shoulder. I got this. I know that I'm getting it all figured out. But in reality, you need an accountability partner, somebody who's going to ask you the rough questions, such as, hey, Ali, who did you talk to today? And what were the results? And when you feel like, dang, I didn't talk to anybody yet, you know I'm not doing the best that I can do to develop and close the month strong. Hey, Ali, who did you follow up with today? Nothing, no one yet. Okay, what are we doing? Hey, Ali, who can I help you to enroll today? See, these are the questions that you as a leader need to have with your team members, with your crew, with your tribe, with your organization. And I believe doing these very fundamental things and having the mindset of a champion, the clutch player who comes through in the fourth quarter, there's 2.5 minutes left and you got the ball. What are you going to do? Are you just going to sit there and hold on to the ball and keep getting sacked and giving it back? Or are you going to actually figure it out? And I believe in you. I believe that you are going to figure it out. So I hope this message comes through with love as I intended it to be, so you too can close the month like a champion. And just a reminder for everybody, there's two things. Number one, we are upgrading all of our systems. We are upgrading all of our technology. So we're excited for you to see what is coming next. Number two, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, yours truly, along with Mr. Izel, we're going to be showcasing the Young Entrepreneur Project platform and how you too can take advantage of the verticals that we have offer. So make sure you, A, tag somebody who needs to hear this information. B, make sure you show up tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And C, definitely, definitely don't sit on your butt. Make sure you work your tail off today. That is going to be on TribeZoom.com. That is TribeZoom.com at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So with that, I thank you and I appreciate you. And as always, without touching my computer, I'm just going to wave and say bye-bye, and the broadcast is going to stop. Have a blessed day, everybody. See you.